Welcome to In America. Today's episode is called The 5 Stages of Consciousness, or the 5 Cycles of the Sun. The 5-pointed star has always been an important symbol of creation. It represents air, fire, water, earth, and ether, or soul, or spirit. Since ancient times, the 5-pointed star has always represented Sirius, the twin binary star, A and B, the sun behind the sun. That esoterically it is the heart chakra of our sun, the spiritual sun, Sothis in Egyptian times, the giver of life, the great teacher from above in all ancient mythologies, Hermes or Enoch or Mercury, Anubis, the guide of souls. It would reappear when the Nile flooded every year after disappearing for 70 days. The whole Egyptian spirituality and mystery school teachings have links to Sirius, Set, or Seth, also being closely linked to Sirius. It was the archetypical story of resurrection and rebirth. You get the Osiris, Isis, and Horus myth, or Asar, Aset, and Hiru. This is important because the Egyptians did not believe in linear time. They knew that just like life, creation is cyclical. Everything happens in cycles. There was no past, present, or future, and this still applies today. Look at the Dogon tribe, who knew all about Sirius over 5,000 years ago, A and B and C, which modern science didn't discover until recently. Sirius C is known as Enome to the Dogon tribe, or Anu. People look at the Dogon tribe like they are stuck in the past, but who knows? They look at us like we are crazy. They have their own prophecies, their own timeline. Have we surpassed them and found a better way? Or are they watching us? The Gregorian calendar is just the agreed-upon measurement of time that we have all accepted, unwittingly at best. Astrology was always code for the mathematicians of the stars and the heavens. Ancient cultures have seen time and time again whole civilizations, the Incas, the Aztecs, the Mayans, the Tatars, etc., erased from history, always leaving clues of the movements of the stars with pyramids, ziggurats, temples, and other megalithic structures with precise measurements that we could not replicate today. The mind is all. It always has been. The universe is mental. Consciousness is the key. It also rises and falls in cycles. The Egyptians, or the Kemites, understood this all too well. The soul's journey has always been to explore all aspects of the Creator before ultimately returning back to the source. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, just transformed. Death was not feared, but celebrated. They express these 5 stages of consciousness as 5 stages of the sun, or a continuous cycle. The netter nut, who represents the sky, gives birth to the sun. The first stage being Kepler, the sun makes its journey through the body of Nut, the sky, to be swallowed once again. The first stage of consciousness, or the first cycle of the sun, is Kepler, the sunrise, symbolized as the winged scarab. The sun comes into being. In the human cycle, it's the infant stage, or being awakened and reborn again. It is the age of Aquarius, which we are currently entering. The sun rises up over the horizon, revealing all that was previously hidden in this prior age of darkness, deceit, deception, separation, and duality. We are absolutely seeing the effects of this already. The so-called elite have shown their hand. We are going from a mutable water sign, Pisces, to a fixed air sign, Aquarius. Now, the second stage is Ra, the stubborn. This is 12 o'clock or noon, from infancy to adolescence. Ra, the stubborn, the resilient, creative force, the spark trapped in matter. This is a time of growing and learning. The youthful male represented by Sagittarius and closely linked to Aries, the young ram. Now, the third stage is Un, the wise, where the word noon is derived from, symbolized by the afternoon, the mature, the wise state of consciousness. This is when the sun is at its highest point in the sky. During this stage, consciousness realizes that what we resonate or vibrate is what we create. Civilizations thrive living under natural law at this point, realizing their birthright was to resonate with creation and with each other. This is the beginning of unity consciousness. The zodiac sign is Libra. Now, the fourth stage of the sun is Atan, the wiser. This is represented as the evening, the elder, or twilight. The stage of consciousness the sun is at its maturity in middle to late afternoon. This is the peak of civilizations where they thrive and reach their highest state of being. Humanity peaks and vibrates in higher dimensions, realizing their power, accessing the dormant sixth and seventh sense, clairvoyance, and the ability to detect other humans. Technology and spirituality resonate with nature at its highest point. This is represented as Leo, the lion. The last time humanity was at this point was the time of the pharaoh Akhenaten. This was when the so-called Sphinx was built. It is quite obvious that at one point that was a lion. This is a clue proving that this was the stage of consciousness. The fifth stage is Amen or Aman. The sun becomes the hidden one and is swallowed by Nut, the sky, and vanishes. This is symbolized as nighttime, the fall of consciousness, or death. We have been in this age for centuries now and are nearly at the end of it. We are going into Kepler. Civilizations devolve back into a dualistic good and evil state, falling from godlike abilities back to the kingdom of duality or polarity, where knowledge and wisdom is hidden and manipulated. Now, these 5 stages of consciousness repeat. It is cyclical. We are currently witnessing the rebirth or the awakening of consciousness. Kepler, the end of the age of the hidden one. Aman, into the infancy of Kepler. The cycle of Aman is a dark age or a lower vibrational frequency. It is a highly polarized three-dimensional reality. Now, the truths of our limitless abilities have been forgotten or ignored. The age of Kepler, polarity and duality will begin to shift. The veil will be lifted. It is up to us to accept our birthright. Now, your brain also has 5 primary wave cycles, just like the 5 stages of consciousness: gamma, beta, alpha, theta, and delta, or superconscious, conscious, subconscious, superconscious, in your dream state. Time, just like consciousness, has always been cyclical. Consciousness rises and falls. Time is not linear. The past, present, and future are happening all at once. Thank you guys so much for watching. This was Hidden America. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks, guys.